Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Dr. Stone, you guys. Last week was freaking incredible. And I know I say that every week. I know I come here every week and I'm like, I can't believe how good it is. Why don't more people know how good it is? This show is incredible. I know I say it every week, and every week they manage to top themselves. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me. I just sit here and watch stuff. But man, last week was good. We finally got the reveal about what the heck is going on with the village and the name and all that good stuff. I will briefly get into my lingering thoughts on it. I will try to keep it brief only because I got pretty carried away with the theories last time. Before I do all that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know exactly what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if you're joining me on those YouTubes, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. I really hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. It helps me and my channel a whole lot. Another thing that helps me a whole lot is if you will consider checking out the link to my Patreon. It's going to be in the description down below for full-length, early access, uncut reactions to all different kinds of anime and other shows going back years and years now. Thank you in advance for that. All right, guys. We got the reveal last time. So, first of all, I was just blown away. I was just blown away by the whole thing. And I was blown away at how even more wholesome and sweet the whole, like, Senku going to space thing was made by the story of his dad. And it makes total sense because you guys were trying to, like, kind of prod me in the comments to be like, yeah, but think about it. Everyone was turned to stone at once. So, like, and I'm like, yeah, so whatever. So somebody just turned back earlier. Like, a few people just happened to, like, get some acid on them earlier. And I wasn't really giving it a lot of thought past that, but the idea that there were people who were off planet when it happened actually makes a ton of sense, and it opens like a whole very interesting new storyline of like these 6 people refounding the world, or at least a small part of it, you know, like refounding a civilization. So yeah, and it makes you, I mean, there's really no other circumstances like that where somebody could have been like literally off planet, but it does kind of make you wonder, like, will they try and introduce any other people who may be like defrosted a little bit sooner or anything like that? Like, not defrosted, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, if this was our only one, I'm like, that is absolutely perfect, and that makes so much sense. That, like, they were, and to have to watch the whole thing happen and have to discover that and know that, like, all your family was back there and all your friends. And, like, oh my gosh, it was just, and getting to know the dad. What was the dad's name again, real quick? Is it Byakuya? Byakuya. Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. Byakuya. Getting to know Byakuya was amazing because he is so cool. And I love how, like, he's not just like Senku, but you can see so much of him in Senku. And you can see the influence of, like, what he taught him. And just, like, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenally done. I was told don't go too much into the whole 6 people refounding a bunch of, you know, don't overthink that. Because that gets a little bit hairy kind of fast in terms of family issues. Let's just put it that way. So just, I mean, obviously we have like how many people in the village now, and they all came from 6 people, which means at some point there was we won't think about it. We won't get into it. We won't think about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but it's still a super interesting super interesting concept, and I love that, like, in a way this village was like the legacy that he left for Senku, because I'm sure he knew that in the future Senku would figure out a way to not only come back but to try and bring everybody else back. So it's just absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, I just went off so hard last time. I will try to keep this brief, but God, I'm so freaking on board with this right now. Like, I cannot wait to see. And I think that the next one is also going to deal with the flashback, I think, from what you guys told me. So I'm very excited. Without further ado, what do you say we go ahead? We jump right into the next episode of Dr. Stone. Let's do this. Oh my god. Everyone just seeing it coming. That's so scary. And Senku had been investigating the thing with the birds. Oh my god. Oh my god, we'll get to see what happened like right after. So it really was just like a skin, kind of like a surface level. Yeah. Because if it's going, yeah. That's actually a really good point. It didn't hit everywhere exactly the same time. I love how he's like, we're gonna go save everybody. Oh. Oh my god, I love that their goal was like the same. Oh no, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna. I cried literally over nothing last time. I was like teared up for zero reason whatsoever. I mean, other than just that, like, they have such a good way of presenting something that isn't that big of a deal in such an emotional way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just, it could just be prego hormones. I don't know. It could be a combination. I don't know. You guys will have to reflect and let me know if if it's just me. I was gonna say I did notice. Sorry, I'm just like looking at all the. I think I did mention this, but like, I kind of feel like maybe some of. I mean, they're definitely all ancestors one way or another of all the people here, but like, I feel like maybe they purposely dropped a little bit of like, oh, hey, like, isn't this person kind of like Kinro? Isn't this person kind of like Ginro? But if my theory about the dad and the pop star is true, that means that there's like some actual like relatives of Senku here. Like they'd be like great to the infinite power, great to like the 50th power nieces and nephews, I guess. I don't know. I can't do that kind of math in my head. I'm not Senku. Stay far away from beam. Oh, so that's why he's going back alone. He's trying to help him. Oh, you're a real one. You know that? Kind of looking at him like that is a very, very valiant thing to do, sir. And we're going to. At first, I thought maybe the dad would go on his own, get petrified, and they would name the village after him. Oh my god, here they come. That's crazy. You know, they bring up a good point. It was just the beam that did it. It wasn't being, well, it wasn't just being, it wasn't like something in the air, you know what I mean? Okay. And we are now in the water. That sucks. Okay. Okay, alright, so we got a little bit of time. We can figure this out. No. No. That's not possible. Okay. Okay, it's fair point, but that's probably the island. That's probably the island where they've made the village. Oh. Wow, the dad's such a real one. You want to talk about, like, people putting in the effort, you know, which has been a big focus of this whole series. You know, like, science is just all about the effort, the trial and error. Yeah. Okay. Or we just sing. Singing is what keeps us calm. Oh my god, don't tell me it's the dad coming up and... Tell me it's the dad. Tell me it's the dad. Freaking... I'd start singing too. I really would. Look at this man. I know why I want to cry so bad. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. This is where he gets that determination from. It honest God is. I'm gonna freaking lose it. I was gonna say, with that little amount of people, I don't think we could have done anything with the village. They had to have made it. Oh, she broke into song. Oh. Alright, guys. Let's get started on this village. Okay. Okay. Were there, I mean, that would be my question. Is like, were there... No, that's probably somebody petrified. Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yikes. I thought maybe it was going to be someone we knew. Oh, man. He's going to be more motivated than ever to help them. Yay! Nice. Cool. Good thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is we have all the resources of the land. Maybe you should go. Yeah. I think we're seeing how Kinro and Ginro, their line got its start, you guys. And the other two are husband and wife, which just leaves the pop star and the dad. I got my ships all lined up. 3 years later, there we go. Oh, we got some kids. Okay, so this is the one with the short hair. Yay! Oh, so they had a couple of kids. They were already married. Now we're getting them married. Oh, stop. Just enjoy it. You're in love. That's always a thing to celebrate. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Stop. I just wish they'd stop making me cry. I think the dad's into her. I'm just gonna say it. I think he's kinda into her. Oh, she had a terrible life, but she had music. Oh, that's so sweet. Music was like her science. Then you need to carry it on. You got all up here. You're like the Senku of music. Yeah. No. He's out there counting. Wait, what? They're not blood relatives? They aren't? What? But they... Wait, that can't be right. Let me go back and see that again. We aren't blood relatives, but he's my son. Okay, wow. I mean, he still absolutely is dad, no matter what. Like, adopted or whatever the situation is. No. He knew. He knew. Oh, and both happened. So... Oh, Senku's really just the hope of the world. Oh my god. What did I tell you? They're all... I was right. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if there was a clear indication of who's descended from who, but I'd put money on those two being the, wow, guys. Wow, so he's like the, I mean, they look similar. So like, that was kind of surprising to me. Like, I can see the resemblance. Maybe it's like his uncle or something. I don't know, who like took him in. Who knows? That was beautiful. Holy crap. Oh. Yeah. What about... No, you'd have to be out of the atmosphere. I was going to say, what about people in planes? Of course, they would have crashed anyway. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, the bloodline would have diminished by then. So no, so he's just straight up like adopted. Okay, wow. But he's still absolutely his son. Oh. We're just gonna go have like a little moment out here and digest all this info. What's the message? No wonder it got passed down. What's the message? Because that makes sense as to why. Uh-oh. Oh, no. She's sick. It always comes down to the antibiotics. Oh. Oh, no. Please don't everyone meet a tragic end. I would be really upset. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, she didn't make it. Oh, wait, are those are those her kids or their kids or somebody else's kids? I can't tell. Oh, you know what? He didn't show it a lot, but he totally absolutely loved her, and now he's sick as well. Oh, I was gonna say it was probably the same thing that... Wow. And now he's gonna die of it too. I mean, they got... Because it's gonna go through the whole... This is so sad. They have no right to do this to me. I think he's learned a lot about... Oh, he's learned a lot about life. Which is so weird in this situation, but... So though they were... Yeah, so then... Those were their kids. Wow, I mean, his whole life went the way it did because of... And that was all because of Senku that he ended up going, the dad. It comes down to ramen, too. Oh, man, that was so freaking sad. Why do I never bring tissues? No, it's actually kind of pretty. And there they both are. So they both died, but their kids lived on. Man, they're lucky it didn't spread throughout the whole... This is how it all got passed down. Minerals. Which is why they're all named after gems and stuff. Oh, and there was someone who came along and took an interest in that. Oh. Nice, and it's chrome. So that was all because of everything he passed down. He made sure all the... Oh, there's... Oh my god, all the way at the top is theirs? Oh my god, is he actually going to get to see his grave? Oh my god. But it's the thought behind it. There's Connie and Shamil. Lillian and... Oh, he's the last one? But he lived a long time and he did an awful lot. Oh! Sure, we need people. It was a bunch of kids. It was a whole village. Who's that? Yeah. He believed in him. He believed in him no matter how long it took. Oh, he was such a good dad. He might not have been his blood dad, but man, he was his dad. Wow, that message got passed down that long. Wow. He felt that. He felt that. Oh, it's gotta mean so much to him, even if he doesn't show it, you know. I'm sorry for the air horn. Yeah. Yeah, he remembers all that. He was... Oh my god, Senku! Of course he's gonna cry! Oh! It's okay, it's okay to cry. Yeah. I mean, think of that. That was the key to, like, without all the rocks and everything, without that info being passed down, think of what we wouldn't have been able to accomplish here. Yeah. Can you give us some info? Oh, I was gonna say, let me guess, it's gonna be like, the war is coming. Oh man. Oh, time to make some weapons and shields and stuff. Oh my god. Oh. That was so good. Even Senku cried a little bit, you guys. I don't feel so bad now, because even Senku cried. Of course you would. Of course you would. You know what's cool about Senku is, like, he doesn't try to be devoid of feelings or connections or anything like that. If anything, like, he might not come out and say it a lot, but if anything, like, he knows they've made him stronger. And I love that. Because they could have played him as a little bit more of like a Shamil, who just was kind of like, nah, I don't need anything. But even Shamil, like, in the end, oh my god. And you know what's so crazy is, like, Shamil's life was totally different and good because of that. Like, it's crazy to think, like, all that happened because of the petrification. Babies were born and, like, all this because it's, I don't know, it's just wild to me. Oh, so they never did say if he and the pop star got together. There was, like, I didn't get the scene where he was, like, holding her and it looked like the kids were kind of like, I couldn't tell if they were crying or laughing. I'm like, wait, what is happening? I'll have to go back and look at that. I have tears in my hair, you guys. I have tears in my hair. That was so good. So Byakuya is not he's his adopted dad. I thought maybe they're going to say he was still like a relative though. Oh yeah, what's our... I love the little, Stone Wars. Oh crap, I knew it. Wow. I always love the little, like, don't do this at home. This is super dangerous. You don't want to do that. Man. Okay, so my takeaway from this, aside from drowning in my own tears and making my baby jump around by doing that the entire time, which was super comfortable, my takeaway was just, like, the chain reaction. You know what I mean? Like, the chain reaction is so profound because of course it was him who made sure that there was info on things like rocks and gems and stuff like that, so that somebody would come along and start collecting and start cultivating, and they could use that as a jumping point for making all of the things that they needed. And I mean, the fact that it would happen in the same generation that Senku defrosted in, destoned in, is amazing. In all that time in 3,700, I mean, we don't know that in all that time in 3,700 years that there weren't other people who were doing that. It's just that, like, for the first time in as long as anyone can remember, Chrome was doing it, and it just happened to be at the same. I mean, it's weird because, like, some of it, I love how the whole show is about science and the almost magic quality of science when it's really not magic at all. But there is kind of a little bit of element of fate in there too. You know what I mean? Like, which Senku would hate to hear me say that, I know, but think about that. The Chrome just happened to be the one in all those years who came along and had an interest in rocks. And knew that because Byakuya made sure that it was passed down. And he passed down a message to Senku. And he passed him down that science gift of making sure that, like, somebody out there would still be... That's incredible. That's amazing. I mean, really, for them to come out at the same time, for him to... Like, that's crazy, is it not? Man. Okay, so never mind what I said about the dad and the pop star, because they wouldn't be relatives with Senku anyway. That blows my mind, because he even, like, resembles him, you guys. He even resembles him. But I think that happens sometimes in, like, adopted families. Like, I don't think that's a rare thing. I'm not sure what Senku's story is. It looked like he had been with him for pretty much... Was he with him his whole life? Or, like, are we going to get a story about who Senku's real parents were? I mean, I shouldn't say that, real parents, biological parents, because that man was absolutely 10 billion% his dad. I don't care whose blood was flowing through what. He was his dad, and Senku was his son. And, oh, man. That was beautiful. That was amazing. That was amazing. At least if I have to, the only thing I have to film after this is another episode of Dr. Stone, and at least you'll know why everything is destroyed when I go to film that. God, that was beautiful. I loved, I think her name was Lillian. Was Popstar Lillian? Popstar was Lillian. And... So the only two that we don't, like, we didn't exactly get to see, like, what exact, I mean, they probably just lived out their lives and passed, but was the husband and wife, the original husband and wife. But man, was Senku's dad, like, the last one of the original 6? Is that what they were implying? But man, what they built... Not only did they build a village, not only did they find happiness in the midst of all of that and have families and, like, build a village that kept going for generations and generations, but, like, the fact that Byakuya made sure that that was passed down. And it's just very interesting to me, you guys, that Lillian happens to look exactly like Rory. And, like, so, like, I don't know. I think, I don't know... I think that maybe they're... I mean, we know at least many of them are descendants, but... Wow. Oh, man. That was great. So now, you know what? I knew it. I knew that Gen was going to be like, hey, guess what? They're on their way. You know what would be amazing, though? Is if, like, they show up and they're all primed for war... And we find out that Yuzu and Chaiju, like, sabotaged. That would be amazing. And, like, none of the efforts pan out. That would be so cool. I would love that. Oh man, I legit like cried into my hair. That was so, I freaking love the show so much. Literally everyone needs to watch this show. I don't understand. Like every time I see it, I'm just like, I don't understand. This needs to be like, everyone needs to see this. I can't believe I went this long without watching it. Now I'm like, what was I thinking? But it's all good. It was all meant to happen at this time so that we could, because if I had found it years and years and years ago, I might have watched it on my own. And I'd rather watch it with you guys. So, all right. I'm done. I need to go dry my tears before I start the next one. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please. Oh my God, now we have a war to get into. Oh my Lord. Just never ends, you guys. They're just getting to drag me through the mud in like the best way possible. So please be sure to join me next time and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.